we should be all on this page, correct? Page 19, which is lesson 3, right? Okay, our first set of directions says use the grid below to complete the following task. So these steps, A through E, have given us different directions that we have to follow. So you need to start with what letter? A and end with? End with what? E. I don't know why I'm seeing people's mouths. So our first one says construct an x-axis that passes through points A and B. Construct an x-axis that passes through points A and B. Well, boys and girls, I want you to find A and B on your grid. Find A and B on that grid and put your fingers on them. I'm gonna zoom out some more. And like yesterday, we may need our ruler. So take out your ruler. Lesson, will you bring me Isaac's, please? We may need a ruler. Now, where is our x-axis going to go? It said it wants it to go through what? Points A and B. So that means this line needs to go through what? A and B. So lay your ruler down. Lay your ruler down to where it's got a straight line that's going to pass through A and B, and then draw a what? A line. Because remember, our x-axis, it goes straight across. It goes horizontal. Okay, so I've got my first line. We also know that this line can go on forever. So I put an arrowhead at the end of it. Once you have done that, I want you to put a check mark next to A. I want somebody to raise their hand and read the next set of directions for me. We're going to read the next set of directions for me. Emma, go ahead. X-axis or? Okay, now we need to know what the word perpendicular means. Perpendicular means that it's going to never touch or that it's going to cross. It's going to cross. So not only does this line need to cross the first one we just drew, but it also needs to go through what 2 points? C and F. So again, find points C and points F and put your ruler, like we just did to A and B, put your ruler on them and draw you a what? A line. If I said A and B's line or the x-axis was going horizontal, what is C and F's line going? Starts with a V. Does anybody know what way that's going? Trayvon? It's vertical. Thank you, Trayvon. I'm so glad that you raised your hand. Yes, it's going vertical. So this line is going horizontal, while this line is going vertical. Ooh. Once you've got that, I want you to put a check mark next to what letter? B. Okay, letter C, label the origin as 0. Boys and girls, where did we say our point of origin is? What did our note say yesterday? Our point of origin is where, Anisha? It didn't say in the corner. What did our note say? Yes, you're right, but what did our note say? That the point of origin is where? Where the what? Okay, it says that, but where else does it say, Carter? Where the X what? Axis and the Y axis do what? Not connect, but cross. They cross. So where is it that the X and the Y axis cross, Emma? Uh-huh. Yep, in the corner. So this needs to be labeled with a what? A 0. That should be easy. Origin starts with an... No, origin starts with an O. And O looks a lot like what number? 0. So that should be pretty easy to remember. Once you've got that, I want you to mark off or check off letter C. I want you to start working on D and E. You're working on D and E. Let's look at D. The X coordinate of B is 5 and what? 2/3. Label the whole numbers along the X axis. What coordinate did it just tell us was the X coordinate? For B, this is 5 and 2/3. Right down here is 5 and 2/3. Okay. Now, it wants us to label the whole numbers. So do we need the fractions? No, we just need the whole numbers. Okay. Well, if this is 5 and 2/3, then this one's going to be 5 and... Huh? 1/3. Where did you get 1/2? Our denominator is 3. So this is 5 and... Yes, that is 5 and 1/3. So this is what? 5. Well, remember, what's a whole? 3 over 3. So if this is 3 over 3, then this is 2 over 3, which means this is 1 over 3, which is, this one is 4. And then we keep going. This is 3 over 3, so this is 2 over 3. This is, which means this one is 3. Three over 3, 2 over 3, 1 over 3, 2. 3 over 3, 2 over 3, 1 over 3. Let's make sure we're right. 3 over 3, 2 over 3, 1 over 3. Did we add them up correctly? Yes. Okay. So once you've got that done, what do you need to do to D? Check it off. Okay. And then E says the Y coordinate of C is 5 and 1/3. So go all the way up to what? C. and label it what? 5 and 1/3. So this way up here, there we go. This way up here is 5 and 1/3. Well, if this is 5 and 1/3, then what is this next line down? Nuh-uh. 5. This is 5. Boys and girls, all we did was get rid of a third. The next line down is you just got rid of the third, so it's now 5. Again, we're doing the same thing here. So if this is 3/3, this is 2/3, this is 1/3, which means this line is 4. Same thing. 3/3, 2/3, 1/3, 3. 3/3, 2/3, 1/3, 2. 3/3, 2/3, 1/3. Let's check it and make sure we're right. 3/3, 2/3, 1/3. Did we get it right? Okay. Once we've got that, check it off. And you're flipping this paper over. We're not finished with it. Now we have to answer questions that go along with it, but you're flipping it over. Okay? So let's look. Our first question says, for all of the following problems, consider the points A through N on the previous page. So flip your paper back over. What letters did it say we were going to have? A through N. So make sure all of the letters between A and N are on there. They all on there?
Yes.
Okay. So, letter A. Identify all the points that have an X coordinate of what? 3 1/3. So we need to go up to 3 1/3 or over to 3 1/3? Over, because remember, X goes over. So flip your page back over. Flip your page back over. And it said 3 1/3, correct? So I need to go over to what whole number first, Blessing? Come on, sister, I need you with me. I need you with me. What whole number do we need to go over to, Kalia? 3. And then what's the fraction I need to go over to, Carter? 1/3. Praiseland. So here's 3. And each of the lines between them are what? Yeah, but they are equal to what? 1/3. So this is going to be 3. So this next line is what? 1/3. I want you to tell me what all coordinates, right on that first, on your other side, tell me what coordinates line up at 3 1/3. You should have 4. This is 3 1/3. You're telling me what coordinates fall at 3 1/3. Which coordinate should have an X coordinate of 3 1/3? That means no matter what, we went over to 3 1/3, and that's going to be the first coordinate of them. Blessing, are you with me? Okay. So what is our first coordinate that lines up with 3? The x coordinate is 3 1/3. Kaden, give me 1. You're not listening. Carter, go ahead. You're not listening either. Kalia, go ahead. Jay, thank you. Jay's x coordinate is 3 1/3. So J is one of them. Okay. Now, Emma, give me another one. H. H's x coordinate is 3 1/3. Okay. Nevaeh, give me another one. D. D's x coordinate is 3 1/3. And the last one, Trayvon. I's x coordinate is 3 1/3. So how many are you writing on the other side of your page? 4 letters. You should have 4 letters written on the other side of your page. Where? Next to the question that we just asked. Again, I need you with me. Our next question, identify all the points that have y coordinate of 2 2/3. Am I going over to 2 2/3 or up to 2 2/3? Up. So flip your page back over. What is my whole number I need to get to first? Nana? 2. And then what's the fraction I need to go up to? Emma? 2/3. So I go to the whole number 2, which is right here, and go up 2/3. 1/3, 2/3. You should again have 4 letters that fall at 2 2/3 for their y coordinates. Malachi, give me 1. I need you with me, buddy. Ben, give me 1. F. It's going to be at 2 2/3. Okay, Blessing. K. Yes. It's going to be at 2 2/3. Kalia? E, yes, is going to be at 2 2/3. Carter? H. Yes. So, real quick, we already have coordinates for H. What are the coordinates for H? 3 1/3 and 2 2/3. So that means to find H's points, we had to go over to 3 1/3 and then go up to 2 2/3. Okay, so flip your paper back over and write what letters fall at those. You should have 4, F, E, H, and K. Ooh, that's not right. I saying them in my head and listed them twice. Okay. Letter C, which point is 3 1/3 units above the x-axis and 2 2/3 units to the right of the y-axis? Name the point and give its coordinate pair. So it's giving us directions it wants us to go. It wants to go up how many? 3 1/3. And it wants us to go over how many?
2 2/3.
Okay, so follow those directions. Go up 3 1/3, or first go over 2 2/3, then go up. Go up to 3 1/3. So go over 2 2/3 and go up 3 1/3. What letter did we get? What letter did we get? And I want you to tell me what the coordinate pairs would be in order, in the correct order. 5 minutes. So while everybody's playing on their computers today during recess, you'll be sitting there by yourself. What letter did we get, Kaden? We got G. He went over 2 2/3 and went up 3 1/3. Very good. And we got the letter G. So on the other side, that's what you're writing. Name the point and give its coordinate pair. Well, what point was it? G. And what was the coordinate pair? Perfect. 2 2/3. 3 1/3. Letter D, which point is located 5 1/3 units from the y-axis? Is the y-axis the one that goes up and down or side to side?
Up and down.
Up and down. Okay, so you need to see which one is 5 1/3 away from the y-axis. So this is your y-axis. So you need to go over to what? 5 and then go up and see what your point is. What's your point, Nisha? What? I couldn't hear you. You said C? Nope. Remember, your y-axis is going this way. I'm going away from it. I'm going away from it. It wants me, according to those directions that says which point is located 5 1/3 from the y-axis, it wants you to go away from it. So, Colt, what did you get?
L.
Nope. Try again. Carter? Nope. Jacorian? Boys and girls, you didn't go 5 1/3 over. There's only one point that falls 5 1/3 over. Blessing? It's K. You had to go over to what? 5 and then to 1/3 and go where? Up, which got you to what letter? K. So what is K's x coordinate? 5 1/3. So take this, flip it back over. And which point is located at 5 1/3 unit from the y-axis? K. So now I want you to do letter E. Which point is located 1 2/3 units along the x-axis? These words are key. From is telling me to go away from it. Along is telling me to stay on it. So what axis are you going to stay on for letter E? X. So you need to stay on the x-axis for this one and go to 1 2/3 and tell me what letter you get. Stay on the x-axis and go over 1 2/3 and tell me what letter you get. Nevaeh? You went way too far. We only went over 1 2/3. Praisley, what letter did you get? Huh? Okay, now I need you to scoot your desk back over. You are, I can't even see Junior. You're so far over. I don't know how he's able to see. Hey, Praiseland, this is why we're not just laying and sprawled out over a desk. Trayvon, what do we get? Nope. You went to 1. I want 1 2/3. Nana? M. You had to go past 1 and go to 1 2/3. 1 1 1/3, 1 2/3. What letter falls at M? Or what letter falls at 1 2/3? M. Take this paper, flip it back over, and write your answer. Give the coordinate pair for each of the following points. K, I, B, and C. K, I, B, and C. I'll leave mine up here for you to look at so that you don't have to flip back and forth. K, I, B, and C. K is done. I is halfway done. B is not done. And C is halfway done. K, I, B, and C. If you need to flip your paper back over, flip it back over. Remember, if you go past a whole number, it's a whole number and a fraction. So it's a mixed number is your coordinate. But you have to go over before you can go up. You have to go over before you can go up. Malachi, you're the only one with a ruler still in your hand. We went over this yesterday, buddy. Praiseland, you're doing anything that I'm asking? Okay, my coordinate pair for letter K. This one was done for you. We already did it. So what's the coordinate pair for letter K? Yep, 5 1/3 and 2 2/3. So you should have 5 1/3 and 2 2/3. Somebody tell me the coordinate pair for letter I. Carter?
3 1/3.
Baby, it's got to be 2 numbers. It's got to be a pair of numbers. You're just giving me 1. So you're only giving me the x-axis. I want both. I told you it was halfway done. What's the whole coordinate pair for this, Nana? 3 1/3. Yes, Carter, that part is correct. But what did you forget? You gave me the x. You didn't give me the y. Which is 1 2 what? 1 2/3. A coordinate pair is 2 sets of numbers. The x and the y. So you've got to have both. Okay, letter B. What are our coordinate pairs for letter B? What did we get, Blessing?
5 2/3.
Don't let it confuse you. Did you go up? At all? Did you go up at all? Did you go up at all for B? No. So if you didn't move, what is it? Not just 5 2/3, but 5 2/3 and 0, because you didn't move. Okay, and letter C, Kalia. Oh, let's think about that. You're telling me to go over 5 1/3 and then not move. Is that what we did? Or did we not move first and then go up 5 1/3? That's what we did. So it should be what, Kalia? 0 and what? Yes. Remember, you have to put these in the right order, or you're going to be telling me to go a different direction. So now that you've got those, I want you to look and see. Name the points located at the following coordinates. Remember, the first one tells you to what? Go where? Hey. And then go up. Y'all finally have art. Yay.